is Edom. Meaning, don't copy him. Don't live like him. You need to put God in your life. And so from this one man Esau, he's an outwardly good man, a very likable man, a very successful man, but it's from the world's perspective. And from him came the godless nation of Edom, which often attack and plague people of God. And so God says, remember, Esau is Edom. Number 4 principle, the last one. Temporal fame does not equal eternal recognition by God. You see, all these principles reminds us that comparison between being successful in the world and being faithful to God. If you are successful in the world, people will recognize you, people will applaud you, people will put you on a pedestal. But if you are successful in the Lord, no one will notice. God noticed. He sees that. Okay? So in chapter 37, verse 1, this is what we find. Now Jacob lived in the land where his father had sojourned in the land of Canaan. In other words, Jacob stayed in the land of Canaan, trusted God that he would inherit that land. Remember in last chapter, chapter 35, he built an altar at Bethel. And so, listen to this comparison. It's very striking, very powerful. While Esau was out conquering the land of Edom, founding nations, fathering kings and chiefs, and making a great worldly success of himself, where's Jacob? Jacob was quietly living in the land where it's not even his own land yet. The land where his fathers had sojourned. While Esau's descendants were mighty chiefs, famous in their days, where's Jacob? Jacob's descendants were down in Egypt, enslaved by Pharaoh. And by Moses' day, over 400 years later, Israel was a small nation coming out of Egypt. Recently escaped from Egypt, owning no land of their own and traveling. They don't know where. They just take it one day at a time. Edom was an established kingdom that had the power to refuse Israel passage over their land. Remember, it's there recorded that they are about to pass and they ask permission. And Edomites said, no, go the other way. But this tour through Genesis 36 shows us that God, not man, writes the future, writes the final chapter of history. Now if you notice, these famous names in chapter 36, they're gone. You don't even hear them, right? Even the name of Esau, even the name Edom, maybe Iran, maybe Iraq, or maybe Syria right now. But Israel is in the news almost every day. Did you notice that? Did you notice that in the Bible or right now what's going on? The Edomite race endured until the time of the Lord Jesus Christ when they were known as the Edomians. And did you know that they disappeared from history in AD 70 when Jerusalem was destroyed? And so was the trace of the ancestors. You see, fame is a fleeting thing. Don't desire for fame. Because if even the world will recognize you to be a superstar, after you die, they won't know. Doesn't matter how popular you are, when you're gone, you're gone. What really matters is recognition by God, not by this world. And so the danger for us today is that we live in a culture that worships fame. If a superstar or if a very popular athlete became a Christian, you know, you see him in the news, you see him in the internet, and then, you know, TV interviews and everything, and then people just listen to his words as though he's the authority. But we don't even know yet that he is mature already. Aside from those athletes that are already Christians and they became popular, it's a different story because they are standing in their faith, like Jerry Lin and then what's this guy from New York Knicks who's now in Toronto. I forgot about his name. But then the difference is, so these actors and actresses, when they got saved, they have to grow too, first, spiritually, before they can say things. But then because they're popular, people are listening to the words very carefully and counting them as authority. But beloved, the recognition that counts will come soon in the mouth of the Lord Jesus Christ when he finally says, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Beloved, that is the only recognition that I would like to hear from my Savior, from the Master. Well done, good and faithful servant. What have you do in your Christian life? In that day, real success and real failure will be unveiled. But until that time, we need to be careful. We need to be very careful to not make a big deal about early success or failure. Because only God knows who was truly successful and who was truly done. And so, looking at our lives today, whether you are a believer in the Lord Jesus Christ or not a believer, it is possible for you to waste your life. It's possible for you. If you're a believer, it's possible for you not to be effective with the Lord when you don't recognize Him in your life. And that's why it's important to ask yourself this question: what am I living for? What am I living for? Why am I here? What's my purpose? Of course, most of us said, of course, to raise my family. Of course, to build up my retirement so that when I retire, I have enough. But again, what are you really living for in this life? Because your bank account, your house, your car, money, possessions, beauty, you're all passive. When you die, you cannot carry them with you. Only you or what you have done, the Lord Jesus Christ, you'll carry with you. So what are you living for? What is it that you're spending your energy, your life, every day that is so important to you? Well, let me tell you, you need to live for God. You can still work. You have to work. You have to live. You have to work for a living. But it's that's the only thing that you aim for in this life, you are wasting it. So, while we're still alive, we have a choice. And that choice is to join Jacob and his descendants in waiting patiently for God's promise to be fulfilled as we labor for His kingdom. And the other choice is that look over at Esau, prospering in the world, but failing with God. Again, let me repeat this very powerful phrase. If we succeed by worldly standards, but fail with God, we fail where it really matters. You hear that? If you become successful in the world, but you didn't train your children, you fail. What really matters? So, this message is for all of us. I would like for us all to smile when we are about to die and say, I'm so thankful. I'm going to die knowing that my children are here. You need to let you think and smile before your last breath because you're so sure that your kids are strong. Beloved, we are writing history. Every day of our lives, the choices that we make, the things that we say, and the actions that we take are becoming a part of history. Our kids, our co-workers, our peers, our friends, they hear you. You are influencing the eternal destiny of others, one way or another. So if you say you're a Christian, but then when you're at workplace, they cannot recognize if you're a Christian because you're saying you're actually your words, their lingo are your lingo as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Christians today are still cursing at work when somebody is not listening, they still curse. And how can you influence someone if you are not living for God? And so how we conduct ourselves, especially in our marriage, how you conduct yourselves in front of your children, at workplace, in the community, very, very important. Because, beloved, we are leaving a legacy. Not to live a legacy, but we're also leaving behind a legacy for those who will follow in your steps. And so that's why the song is so powerful that says, may to all that come before us or behind us find us. May those who come behind us will find us. Okay? Because they are following our footsteps. And so my encouragement to all of us, please live your life with eternity in mind. Please live your life today as though eternity is right now. Because we're all aware that it's just a matter of time that we're going to disappear from this life and open our eyes and be with Jesus. We are saying that it's again very challenging in this life. You have to do your part. It's not too late. If you have not grown spiritually as a man, as a father, as a dad, you have to grow. You have to desire to grow. Because you're a kid, a son. You can't do that. You see it every day. You hear your words. You see your actions. Esau was successful. But there's no mention of God. Except for just two men, Reuel and Jerish, who came out with God. Maybe they just said, I'm not going to die for that. So I'm not going to die for that. We have great responsibilities for that, for our children. Why? Let's be successful for God. Father in heaven, the word, the word penetrates our heart. That's our desire today. That you will be able to speak powerfully to us. This reminder. We're not condemned to these thoughts. You don't need to know. You can turn around. Things like you are there. And if we go into the Bible, we see what the nation has done and what their lives have become. Help us to be faithful. Help us to follow. Help us to live. Help us to be successful in spiritual marriage. But at the same time, also be able to raise up our children. Successful in serve because they fear. They don't fear because they serve. But they are good. For your word.